So we're gonna talk about Samson today, right? Samson. Samson. I don't know why I'm getting tongue twisted. I ain't never got tongue twisted in the man's name, but I am right now. And of course, he never existed. God didn't exist, but most of these stories in the Bible are just symbolisms of and allegories and similes and they're metaphors. You know, like I'm a poet. I write poetry. I write books. I write music. I direct my own music videos. I'm just into it, right? This is what I do to play on. So me understanding words, I understand that most people do not understand words if you don't play with them. You know, when I say play with them, I don't mean just I mean really play with them. Like, it's your profession. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you do. You're not doing that, then you're not gonna catch on to a lot of words. So like the Bible is really poetry. Is what I'm saying, right? A lot of the Bible is poetry. That's why it's like, what? Thou shalt not kill. Like, you would have to go read like a lot of old, like I do this, like you have to go read like a lot of old Shakespeare. Go read like Dante's Inferno. You know, his description of hell, which was fake, made up. But this is where everybody really get their real idea of hell from Dante's Inferno, which is one of the Caucasians who wrote a book. He was a poet, Dante. All right, so Edgar Allan Poe. You have to go read these people. So I read all this type of poetry. I read their books. I read stuff like Homer and the Odyssey, Oedipus Rex. You know, I really dig into history, y'all. Like that's why I'm able to talk about so deep about stuff, y'all. Like I've read all their lives. You know what I'm saying? I'm real book smart, is what I'm saying. Like, I've read all their lives too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can get on their ass to break their bullshit down to y'all too. I've already dissected all their lives. I'm not just like coming on here with an opinion. It's a difference. That's why they be kicking me off shit, because they know, like, okay, this motherfucker know this shit. This motherfucker back. He's back. You know what I'm saying? He's fucking back. Type of shit. You know, they get nervous. He's fucking back. What the fuck do we do? You know what I'm saying? Not him. They sent him. We can't do nothing with him. Let's fuck with the channel then. Let's fuck with the website. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors, we wasn't going for the website link though. Ancestors wasn't going. They seen that herself. The ancestors wasn't going for that. Ancestors wasn't going for that. Nigga, y'all can take Facebook, Instagram, all that. Y'all not tampering nothing Anunnaki owned. You hear me? This is Anunnaki owned and bagged. Do you hear me? Like, we ain't doing that. That's why we live right now. Otherwise, we would have been talking about this shit Thursday. This was supposed to be, matter of fact, this was supposed to be Wednesday's lesson. And then the Thursday lesson was something different. Now we got to do Wednesday's lesson on Friday and Thursday's lesson on Saturday. But we going to do whatever, because we going to get the message out. Y'all know me, this is what I do. I love getting on here every day. Like, I have nothing else to do. What else do I have to do other than get on here and wake y'all up and then go out there and wake people up and support black-owned businesses like I do every day? That's where that fruit cut. Let me see. I told her I was gonna shout her out too. I put it up. But y'all seen that fruit cup I was eating? That came from a black-owned business. Like in Atlanta today, I pull up. I'm out there. We finished getting tat. They got some tats. You know what I'm saying too. You know what I'm saying? We both got getting inky for the summer. We got more ink to get, so we in ink mode, right? So you know, I see her pull up. Her daughter, her husband. They got their grill. They selling stuff. I come buy fruit like. That's what I do. I go out here and support black-owned businesses, give back to the homeless. You know what I'm saying? Try to talk to the black police officers, talk some sense in them to lead the police force and help us and be. Or if you want to be a cop, how about being a cop for the Anunnakis and police and the bad cops? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I go talk to them, and then like when I see the racist bad cops, you know, I be ready to fuck them up. You know what I'm saying? Then when I see racist people, I be ready to fuck them up. So I be on bullshit all day with the people that's vibrating low. I really be on some Constantine shit. If you ever seen Constantine, I be riding around. After I talk to y'all, I go ride around and look for souls to deport who ain't trying to live right down here. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm not doing that, I'm giving back. That's what I do. So what else do I got to do? All day, every day. Well, days don't exist, so y'all call them days. But you know what I'm saying, though. All right, so That's what I do. So there's nothing else for me to do that. So I'm letting y'all know, like, I sit here and read a lot, and you gotta understand that when you read, that's why I want y'all to read. I tell y'all, those who don't read a lot, those even if you read a lot, read more. And if you don't read a lot, you need to read a lot. That's what I'm saying. You can never read too much, you know what I'm saying? Because reading helps to exercise your brain and loosen up the brain microfibers that have been tightened around the pineal gland. Reading is an actual exercise. It's no different than hitting. If I want to strengthen my biceps, I got to curl. If I want to work on I got to do push-ups. If I want to work on my try, I got to do these in the gym, and I do this. If I want to work on my stomach, I'm in the gym doing my sit-ups. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like if you want to exercise your brain, you got to read. You want to exercise your soul, you in spirit, you got to meditate. You know what I'm saying? You got to exercise this shit. You got to exercise. Everybody in the university should be working out every day. I ain't trying to hear nothing. And I'm going to be putting up workout videos too. I'm on y'all all around the board. Here she go right here. So this came from a black-owned business. I bought 2 of them, and I gave her $50. She only wanted $10 for these. I don't do no line. Let me show y'all, man. Because you see, people be taking pictures of what they do and videotaping it for a tax write-off. I'm really that. I don't do none of that fake shit. You feel me? I don't do none of that fake shit. Look, here we go right here. Her business is called The Fruit Bar. Look what that say, y'all. $50 today. That was at 4:02 p.m. I don't do no line. I don't know her. I don't even know her name. But she was in the streets of Atlanta selling fruit in front of the tattoo shop. Her and her husband, and they had grill. I bought 2 cups. They only wanted $10. I cashed after $50 and told her I was giving her a $30 tip because I support black-owned businesses. Facts. I don't be lying. That's what I do. I go support my people. You feel me? And give back. And then I get on here and give back and talk to y'all. That's what I do with my days. And I be ready to fuck the police up and fuck up these elites if I catch them out here. But they be ducking me. So, you know, and I know I'm not going to catch them in the Astros. The only power they got is here on this planet. That's the only power. And it ain't even no power. That's gone. But the only little power they ever have is here on this planet. Outside of this planet that they ass is grass. So that's why they always wanted to stay here. That's why they ain't left. If they came on this planet, took it over, they name got hot in the cosmos. We wanted, they asses wanted in every universe, nigga. On my son. These draconian reptilians can't even go back to their home planet. They can't even go back to the Draco star system. We went to their headquarters, nigga, 2 energy cycles ago, niggas, and eradicated everything on that bitch where they can never go back. And those that's on their home planet, we held captive. We held captive and made them submit. Period. Made them submit. And they ass is still being held captive. A lot of them. We don't fuck around. Now the only place left they got to hide is right here on this motherfucking planet. And that's why we came to this motherfucker. They kept hiding here with y'all ass after they didn't conquer y'all and got y'all enslaved. Because they would have been left. You know what I'm saying? We had the spell cast so they could never get out, for one. And for two, they name got so hot once they found out that every universe was on their ass. Because you got to understand, these draconian reptilians and Pleiadians are fucking pirates. They are pirates. They are pirates. So when I say pirates, that means they go planet to planet, galaxy to galaxy, universe to universe, realm to realm, draining these realms and planets and universes and galaxies of energy and life force. That's what they came here and did. And now they bitch ass, they never wanted to leave after so long because they ain't had nowhere else to go. They don't want to leave this planet because they ain't got nowhere else to go. But guess what? We came to this motherfucker. We finna kick their ass off this bitch. Nigga, we been looking for their ass. They hiding here with y'all. So y'all made us come back down here. You see what I'm saying? We're like, okay, well, we gonna come there then, niggas. Since niggas want to hide, bring y'all ass off Earth. Take this ass with it. You hear me? Y'all want to stay hiding on Earth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and leave Earth. We been told they ass to leave the planet. We told them to leave y'all planet a long time ago. We said, look, leave the planet or we coming to the planet. But they was like, man, when we leave the planet though, y'all gonna try to get us in this universe. Or even if we go back home, try to go back to a different universe, or go back home to the 6th universe, then somebody in one of them universes along the way gonna get us. Because they want it in every universe. You see what I'm saying? They hot in every universe. Like it's the 12 universes, nigga. They done went to damn near all of them and did some bullshit. They hot, nigga. We on their ass everywhere, right? So they know it. So they trying to stay stuck here like on some pirate shit. Like shit, we ain't got nowhere else to go. All right, well, 2020, here we come. We'll be there in 2020. They ass still here. We came in 2020, started fucking shit up. They made y'all go in the house, got the line talking about coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So we gonna show them that y'all lying. So we start working through people like Rashad Jamal and others, you know what I'm saying, to really get it out there. We've been working through certain others though before him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, though, this is what's going on. This was going on. So this is why we talk about Samson and Delilah tonight, because all this shit going on the planet. You know what I'm saying? We're finna talk about us tonight because all this is going on the motherfucking planet. All right, you need to know why they ass is here. So it's nothing to fear. It's nothing. It's over with. It's really over with. This is like just the end of it. That's why I say Jets. Just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Then once everything is back to for 100% peace, enjoy it even more. But like, as far as that whole fear of death and that all that shit is finna cease. Once this illusion of time is complete, spell is completely broken, there can be no more death. It's really like Sleeping Beauty, y'all. Where do you think these nursery stories come from? I'm gonna break Sleeping Beauty down too. Don't even worry about it. I got you. I'm gonna do it on every fucking little nursery story. Everything they put it right in your face. They put it in your face. All right. Sleeping Beauty was sleep because of a spell over her, right? That's why the fuck y'all sleep. But all it takes is a motherfucker come kiss y'all. You wake up. So y'all getting kissed right now. You know, some motherfuckers getting kissed, all right? Motherfuckers getting kissed. Yeah, motherfuckers getting kissed right now. Y'all hear me? That's what's going on. So, listen. We're going to talk about Samson and Delilah. Okay? So, why is this important? Why is this story important before we even talk about it? Because you need to see how they have always put in certain truths right in front of you in their Bible. You hear me? They have always put certain truths in front of you in their Bible. Okay? That's what you have to know. They have always put certain truths in front of you in their Bible. Alright? That's what you gotta know. And although they did a lot of lying, shout out to the fruit bar. Although they did a lot of lying, although they did a lot of lying in the Bible, you can find so many morals, so much truth, and so in these stories in the Bible. Y'all feel me? So, Samson and Delilah is one of those stories where they teach you about the power of the strength of your hair. They teach you about the power of the God in you. They also speak about the fear of you. And they also show you how you can't trust any and everybody. And how you must be mindful and watchful of not the goddesses, but the weaker goddesses, okay? Your females, your bitches, your hoes, your thotty hotties, your thotty bodies, your bops, your sluts, your skeezers, your hoochie mamas, your bald head scallywags ain't got no hair in the back. You see what I'm saying? Whatever name your bussy babies. You hear me? Your hookers, your prostitutes, whatever you want to call them. You gotta know the difference. And goddesses, you have sons. You have fathers, uncles, brothers, nephews, male friends that need you. Help them too to beware of these Delilahs. Because our goddesses are God. They are very powerful. Never underestimate the power of our goddesses. They are God. So they are to be respected, they are to be protected, they are to be loved, understood, worshipped, yes. But don't fuck around and worship a motherfucking Delilah. You gotta know the difference. You gotta be careful. And goddesses, you need to warn your males around you and your families about these Delilahs that I'm going to talk about tonight. They need to be talked about. Because the divine masculine energy is coming back, and we don't need to be took out by no motherfucking Delilahs. Also, it's metaphorical for not just the God in the masculine and feminine energy, but us as a people. We are Samson. Delilah is the human beings who are not on our side but pretend to be. They shake our hand, they smile in our face, they say we're not racist, but they would never speak up for you. Those human beings that work over at Wix, those human beings wasn't racist. You know why? Ancestors called them in on my behalf. Got us the right human beings. Because guess what? The first human beings I talked to was on bullshit. They were trying to take the website. Because that's what eventually would have happened eventually if it didn't get straightened out. Right, babe?
Yes, correct.
Like, no bullshit.
Yeah, crazy.
It's crazy. But then we kept fighting, and eventually we got transferred to some good human beings. Mm-hmm. And they fought for a motherfucker. Along with those goddesses that I talked to that work at Wix. Mm-hmm. Shout out to those goddesses that work at Wix too, that went hard for us. Mm-hmm. That's who went hard for this website. Those two goddesses we talked to at Wix, those supervisors, they were supervisors, and the white woman, I forgot her name, and the white man, I forgot his name. And one God, Marcus. Shout out to them. So it was two goddesses, one God, one Caucasian male, one male human being, and one woman human being. Facts. Those are the only people that helped us. Everybody else was on straight bullshit. Because our case was even getting seen overseas. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers overseas, like, he shouldn't talk about that on his website that worked on their compliance team. Yes. Know the difference, right? So that's why I'm saying the goddesses, right? You got to push this message tonight about these Delilahs that we finna talk about. And gods, teach your sons. Warn your brothers, your homies, your uncles, your dads if you can. That's not with your mama no more. He's still doing him. Because right now, the family is coming back. Unity is coming back, y'all. The air is being cleansed, y'all. Why you think the crystals helping do it? Because people are coming back in the crystals. All this helping clean the energy too. People are wait, it's the great awakening going on right now. Facts. You hear me? Facts. Those who don't want to increase their vibration are going to be left behind. Everything without a soul will be eradicated. And everything with a soul that refuses to vibrate high will too. Don't forget that. We got to vibrate high. The energy is going to completely change. That's why we got to talk about Samson tonight and Delilah. The entire air you breathe is changing daily to the point where very soon it's not going to be the air you breathe, and it's going to be that hydrogen. People going to start going blue again, green again. Don't panic. Everything's just going back to nature. Facts. Oh, yeah. It's finna get real weird around here. Hollywood movie. I told y'all that. Oh, they got the UFO invasion waiting for us. On top of that, we really here, so that's going to be going on. On top of that, motherfuckers going to start going blue, green, red again because the oxygen is being drained out the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? We steady defeating them in these wars and around the planet, so they losing more people on their side. They can't keep up these illusions. Oh, yeah. The truth is going to come smacking the motherfuckers in their face. It's already happening. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to this story. Let's do a rundown of Samson and Delilah, and then I'm gonna shoot over to Wikipedia to look up some facts for y'all to further prove my thesis tonight, to further back up my thesis for this live lecture of pristine esoteric enlightenment. Samson was said to be a Nazarite. Samson was sent to free his people. Samson was a natural born protector for his people, for his species. he had an enemy. They tell you in the Bible his enemy was the Philistines. And the story goes on in the Bible. That's why people trip me out when I say fuck the Bible, y'all. And they think I never read it. Like I study this shit, man. I'm going verbatim. Ain't no Bible in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I can tell you all about William Shakespeare, the nigga who wrote the Bible. Like, don't even get me started. That's a whole nother lecture. Save that for another time. All right? Yes, Shakespeare wrote the Bible. He had an alias, though, that he wrote it under. That's another lecture. Samson, Nazarite, protector of his people. He was sent to defeat the enemy of his people, which were said to be the Philistines. The Philistines had a hard time with Samson. He destroyed them. He killed their armies. He even killed the lion with his bare hands. That's what they tell you in the Bible. Okay. Now Samson was undefeatable. The Philistines were giants. So they say, which they were in the Bible, the Philistines. They were giants, let that be known. Actually, the Philistines represent us and Samson represent us. I'll break all that down later. It get deep. But as of now, just think of us as Samson. And Delilah represents the Pleiadians in the human beings. And the Philistines will be the draconian reptilians. Samson is the story of them invading this planet and taking it from us and how they did it. In a way. So, let's continue the story. Samson, Nazarite, protector of his people. Killed lions with his bare hands. He was sent to defeat the enemy of his people. Who was the enemy of the Nazarites? That Samson the Great was defeating? The Philistines. And fuck the Bible once again. The Philistines. That's what pissed them off, y'all. They be like, this little nigger fucking really knows his shit. He really fucking reads this shit. Thought he was a thug. He has tattoos. He's fucking us up. He got tattoos, but he's a fucking nerd too. What the fuck is he? Divine insight. Anunnaki God. Supreme Grandmaster Teacher of the 8th Universe. That's who I am. I am that I am. That's who I am. So let's continue the story of Samson. Their enemies were the Philistines. The Philistines were giants. Samson was whooping their ass. That's what they tell you in the Bible. So, what tactic, because we going to war, y'all, so this is why this story is imperative to hear. What tactic did the Philistines resort to when they could not defeat Samson? They sent in who? Delilah. This is where it gets good. Pay attention. They sent in Delilah. When the Philistines couldn't defeat Samson, they had to go get more men. They sent in something stronger than a man. Something stronger than a God, because a God is strong. Nothing can defeat a God. What can defeat a God? Samson was a God. Nothing can defeat a God. Only one thing can defeat a God. And that's what created it. The only thing that can defeat a God is its creator. And what created the God? The goddesses. So, the enemy already knows this. So, he tries to manipulate the goddess to go against the God. Because he understands that the only thing that can defeat a God is a goddess. And once that God is gone, now she has destroyed her protector, so she has nothing left to protect her. And now the enemy moves in and destroys the goddess. He uses her to make more babies that he mixes with his bullshit. Pay attention. So they send in Delilah. Samson meets Delilah. He don't know she an undercover agent. He don't know the Philistines that already went to Delilah and paid her off. He thinking that he bumping across Delilah on his own. He not even knowing Delilah was sent in undercover agent. All alone. Pay attention, young gods out there. Pay attention, goddesses. He didn't know that. So he proceeds to get in a relationship with because a lot to the goddesses out there, y'all know all type of friends that have been killed and got brothers and homies that have been killed, uncles, dads, ex-boyfriends, whatever that have been killed, and you not even knowing that you thinking there's some street beef, and this nigga got killed because a female set him up. Pay attention. So, they send in Delilah. Delilah comes in. She makes Samson think she's in love with him. He falls for her because the pussy is good. He falls for her because the pussy is good. This is why you can't get caught up in looks. Delilah was gorgeous, but her soul and spirit was impure. You see, it's a lot of stories in this parable, in this Bible story, Samson and Delilah right here, which can be found in the Bible in what is it, Numbers? No, it's in Kings. It's in Kings or Numbers. Don't quote me verbatim. You can Google and find out. But the story of Samson and Delilah is in either Kings or Numbers. Let me see. I'll Google for you. I'm the teacher. I'll Google. My job to Google it while we in class, y'all, not y'all's. Let me check myself. I'm the teacher. I need to Google. Samson. What book is Samson in the Bible? Kings? Oh no, I was off balance. Samson and Delilah is in the book of Judges, chapters 13 through 16. So if y'all want to read the biblical story of Samson and Delilah, you can look it up in the Bible. It's in the book of Judges, chapters 13 through 16. All right. I'm glad I went to Google. So it's not Kings or Numbers. I apologize. I know it was some shit like that, though. It was around there because the book of Judges is not that far from Kings and Numbers. But that's neither here nor there. What matters most is what I'm telling you about the damn story. They lying in the fucking book around the board anyway. Even in this story, they presenting it when it means something totally different. And I'm breaking down what it means. Alright? So, Samson and Delilah, book of Judges, you can find it. Alright? Now, so, Delilah, after making Samson think she loves him, she knows she's trying to find out the secret to his strength. How is he so strong? She out here, bro. So she asks him, how are you so strong, Samson? How are you so strong? Right? You know, he lied to her. He told her, like, I'm this strong because of a rope. But if you was to tie my arms with rope, I would be as weak as anybody else. So Delilah like, okay, I know. Remember, she's been paid off. So basically, she on the hit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't already paid her off to set him up. You know what I'm saying? She got to find out his weakness because he's so fucking strong. They can't do nothing with him. All right, so they got to find out the secret to his strength. Pay attention. They send in Delilah. So after they send in Delilah, you know what I'm saying? Then what? What happened? Now she's trying to work her way to find out the secret of his strength. So Delilah, you know what I'm saying? She thinks she knows. So as soon as Samson tell her, she go in the bathroom. She called the Philistines in. Hey, I got him here. I found out the secret to his strength. She was like, it's if I tie him to a rope. He said, if I tie him to a rope, then he gonna be weak as anybody else. So they're like, all right, tie him to the rope. Well, she go back in there. She tie the rope up to him. Leave out. Then she act like she don't know the Philistines out there. Whole time she got the Philistines sitting out there waiting, right? But this is what she do. Samson, Samson, the Philistines are coming. They're outside. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Remember, that's his enemy anyway. So he jump up. Remember, he's tied to the rope. His hands in rope. His wrist is roped because he's told her that this. So he jump up out, snap out the ropes, whoop the Philistines. They take off running. He beat some of their ass. The rest of them take off running. So she like, Samson, after they leave, she like, Samson, why would you lie to me? Why you didn't tell me? Why you made me like a fool? You told me that your strength came from the rope, and if I tied you with the rope, that you would be weak as anybody else. She like, you made a fool of me. You made a fool of me. Because he don't know that Delilah been called the Philistines, remember? She just telling him they outside. He already at war with them, so he just thinking they outside anyway for him. He already at war with them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he tell her like, yeah, you right. I apologize. I'm going to tell you the secret of my strength. He said, if you was to get something and tie my hair, Samson had locks. Pay attention, Samson had locks. If you was to get something and tie but they don't tell you that in the Bible. They don't try to make it seem like it was really locks. They might say braids or something, but just pay attention to all the examples, right? So, he like, if you was to take my hair and tie it to the bed, then surely I would become weak as anybody else. She like, oh, okay, I got him now. So she wait till he fall asleep. She ties hair to the bed. She go run, call the Philistines. Then she come run back in. Samson, Samson, the Philistines, they outside. Samson jump up, boom. Shake out, break out the whole bed. Boom, what's up? Go outside, whoop. They run away. He go back in the house. She start crying. Why you crying? You lied to me. You told me that your strength came from your hair being tied to the bed. He hold her. He hug her. Oh, Delilah, I'm sorry, baby. I don't want you feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know what? You right. You my girl. I should never lie to you. Cause that's what she hitting it with. We supposed to be together. You said you love me. You know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, he don't know that she's called the Philistines because he's already at war with them anyway. You feel me? So, he starts telling her, I'm going to be honest. The secret to my strength is my locks. That's what he tells her. He say, I'm a Nazarite, and we don't believe in cutting our hair. We fully gave our will to God. We gave our lives to God. So by doing that, we step into our full godhood. This is what he tells Delilah. Pay attention to this. It's in the Bible. My strength is in my hair. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, okay. Now she know for sure. He telling the truth because he done lied twice. She caught him lying. She got him feeling all bad. You know what I'm saying? He feeling all bad, y'all. So he told her the truth. She not slow him back. She not slow, y'all. So, boom. He go to sleep. She cut his hair off. She asked somebody to come in and completely shave his hair. No. She put something in his drink the night before. She made him dinner and drugged him. When he dozed off, he knocked out. She asked somebody to come in and cut all his hair off. She go get the Philistines. She wake him up. Samson. The Philistines here. Samson jump up. He thinking he's strong again. He immediately feel he weak. He can't do nothing. Philistines come in, arrest him, take him off to jail. End of the story. No more Samson. Well, really, they killed him after that. After jail, they killed him. But No more Samson. Delilah goes on with her life. She took her money and kept going. Samson goes to jail, then dies. The Nazarites never went to war because their leader, Samson, was set up by Delilah. That's the story of Samson and Delilah in the Bible. Facts. Now let's decode the bullshit. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to hear the folks outside my shit. I could hear the cars when they driving past my shit. Anyway, so Samson and Delilah, right? We are Samson. We represent Samson. We represent Samson. Us. Anonymous. What was Samson? Let's go to Wikipedia. Let me back up why this represents us. Samson and Delilah. Let me go to Wikipedia, y'all. I'm on it, y'all. Wikipedia. Samson. I'm on it. That's Samson ripping a lion apart with his bare hands. Let's break down Samson. 500 people on live. 503 to be exact. Peace City University. We lit tonight. Well, if the comments was on, y'all, I know y'all be going crazy. 503 people on here. I already know we finna get to the point where we got 20,000 people on live on here. I see it coming, y'all. Motherfuckers gonna get tired of hearing that bullshit and they like, man, we finna go over there, man. At least on this bitch we can do us. I'm gonna find out how to pull niggas on this bitch. It's gonna be over with. Or whatever the cost, I'm gonna pay it. I'm just waiting on them to let me know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so let's go into what Wikipedia said about Samson. Now I'm telling y'all before I go into what Wikipedia is saying that Samson represents our entire species. The story of Samson was made, it was put out there, right? It was put out there, and you're made to believe that the story of Samson is strictly about Samson. But Samson represents us as a species. I'm gonna say it again. Samson represents us as a species. Now, who is Delilah? Delilah is the motherfucking Pleiadians. And you human beings. Because remember, our arch nemesis has always been the Draconian Reptilians. Because who are the Draconian Reptilians? The fallen angels. If you've been paying attention, I've been saying this since last year. All your fallen angels shifted into the forms of Draconian Reptilians and took on the names of emotions. Facts. Some of them even became Pleiadians. Like, facts. Alright? Delilah is your Pleiadians and your humans. We are Samson. That's why he was shown with locks, depicted with locks. He's God. He comes from the gods, and he given his life to God, which is why the power is in his locks. Even his name mean. Come on, let's go to Wikipedia. Let's see what his name mean. All right. It's saying Wikipedia, it says in the Hebrew Bible, Samson was the last of the judges of the ancient Israelites mentioned in the book of Judges. Now, I taught y'all who the Israelites was. I told y'all we are not Hebrew Israelites. Because the Israelites are... What was Israel's name before? Before his name was Israel, what was his name? Jacob. Jacob is another name for Yakub. Yakub is another name for Satan. Satan is another name for Zeus. Come on, man. Jacob wrestled with an angel, then turned his name to Israel. Remember that in the Bible? Jacob wrestled with an angel, then he turned his name to Israel. So that's why I be telling black people, you know, and anybody, mostly black people say this shit though. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. When they want to like dissect from religion and think they know some shit, they be like, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. They be like, we Hebrew Israelites. No, we are not Hebrew Israelites. Okay? Jacob wrestled with an angel and then turned his name to Israel. Alright? They told you that in the Bible for a reason. Alright? They told you that for a reason. Alright? Guess what? Jacob is Yakub. So there were no Y's back then. I mean, there were no J's back then. There were only Y's. Alright, so if you go back and look at the ancient Hebrew text and all that, you will see that there were no J's back then. There was only Y's. So his name was Yakub. But then they tell you in the Bible, his name was Jacob. Facts. So, and the angel that he wrestled with was us. So Jacob represents Yakub. Yakub is Satan. Satan is Zeus. And the angel that he wrestled with was us. Alright? And he changed his name. That represents meaning he wasn't a god no more. After we kicked Satan ass and kicked him off the planet, he was no longer considered an Anunnaki god. He is only Zeus. That's who he is. Outcast forever, you feel me? Ultimate betrayal is what he did. That's how he lost his wings. He lost his wings. Now we whipped them bitches off his whole ass. We lost his wings, meaning he lost his respect. He lost his rank up in the hierarchy. They don't mean wings like literally bird wings. They mean wings like respect, like what you would call clout down here amongst us back home. You know what I'm saying? Because he had a lot of respect before he betrayed us. We loved him. You know what I'm saying? If you would have seen how Zeus, who you think is Satan, was before he did that bullshit, you would have loved him, because at that time you did. That's why he was able to sway so many of us away with him. You know what I'm saying? Because of that original love and respect that we all had for him amongst us as gods and goddesses back home. Like, we've been had communities. Alright? We've been had communities. I told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? We've been had communities. Communities is not new. You know, basically everything as above, so below. Everything that goes on in the astral planes was brought down here. It's not the opposite way. It's not we doing shit down here and then it went up there. No, everything we do up there, we brought down here. Everything come from above first. You know what I'm saying? Meaning the highest form first. Alright, so let's finish reading about Samson though. So it says, in the Hebrew Bible, Samson was the last of the judges of the ancient Israelites mentioned in the book of Judges, chapters 13 to 16. And one of the last leaders who judged Israel, pay attention, before the institution of the monarchy. Now, I just told you that Israel is Jacob. And Jacob is Satan, Zeus. So it says, and we Samson, so say, think that, is one of the last leaders who judged Israel before the institution of the monarchy. So when they talk about the monarchy, they talk about our high supreme council of Anunnaki goddesses. All right, but they not saying that right here. They just saying monarchy, and they got you thinking about the British monarchy or something like that, because they're not telling you about us in the Bible. Y'all get what I'm saying? They telling you that this is not real, and they telling you a different story. All right. Then what's going on? So I'm decoding and breaking it down for you, okay? So, and it say that Samson was one of the last leaders who judged Israel before the institution. We was one of the last ones to judge Satan, right? We was, because, remember I told y'all we took Zeus to trial? I'm breaking it down. Bible talking code. Remember how I told y'all we took Zeus to trial? When he turned on us down on the planet, we was ready to fuck him up, but we took him to trial. And we still won in trial, which is why he had to leave the planet. When we came back, he didn't want to leave, and that's when the war went in. So we represent Samson. And notice how they telling you Samson was one of the last leaders who judged Israel, and I already broke down where Israel's real name come from. Alright? Now, they say Samson. He is sometimes considered to be an Israelite version of the popular Near Eastern folk hero, also embodied by the Sumerian Enkidu and the Greek Hercules. Pay attention. Okay? Gets deep. Matter of fact, I think I told y'all Samson wasn't real. No, Samson was real. This is the story of us. This is the story of us. Hercules, you feel me? Hercules is the European watered down version of our original story. Alright? But the way they giving you this story, they present it to you in the Bible like it's like a whole different way. So let's keep going though. It says, hold on. Samson, hold on. Samson's name in Hebrew means man of the sun. It's right there. And this is my first time ever reading it on Wikipedia. And I already told you Samson us. Hold on. It says right here on Wikipedia. In the Hebrew Bible, Samson, in Hebrew, Samson means man of the sun. What does that tell you? Who channels the energy of the sun, man? All right. So also, if Samson meant man of the sun, that means he was the god of the sun. He got his energy, his power from the sun as well. So why the fuck they showing you him for? Why is they showing you him for on Wikipedia? You said they be lying and shit right in your face, but whatever though. But anyway, so it means man of the sun. So yes, Samson represents us. All right. Now let's read more about it on Wikipedia. The biblical account states that Samson was a Nazarite. Didn't I tell you that? Nazarite. All right. Let's read about what they say about the Nazarites. What they say about the Nazarites. Because all these titles, Nazarites, all this was us. These are just titles to confuse you. It be all these damn titles, that's why niggas be lost. Like Nazarites, Philistine, da-da-da, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be all confused. Look, anyway, what they say. In the Hebrew Bible, the Nazarites were voluntarily took a vow described in Numbers. Been separated. All right, Nazarites was us too, but I'm telling y'all, fuck all them titles. That's why I like to jump past. I can say all these titles and y'all will be confused, but I'm just showing you how separated, consecrated, separated, because we were the ones that have it separated from our original essence. Okay, so we represent the Nazarites. What else was it about a Nazarite? Nazarites, in order to be a Nazarite, look how they had to live. This us. You had to abstain from all wine and anything else made from the grapevine plant, such as cream of tartar, grapeseed oil, etc. Traditional rabbinic authorities state that all other types of alcohol were permitted. You have to refrain from cutting one head, but to allow the locks of the heads of the hair to grow. You hear me? Refrain, in order to be a Nazarite, which Samson was, you have to refrain from cutting the hair on one's head, but to allow the locks of the head of the hair to grow. In order to be a Nazarite. And Samson was a Nazarite. I'm reading about the Nazarites now. I dipped off into the Nazarites on Wikipedia because they had mentioned them, and I just want y'all to know who they is. Then they started lying about the Nazarites, so we're going to get up out of there. And that, so we're going to go right back to the front page. Okay, so the biblical account of Samson states that he was a Nazarite, which now y'all know who they was, and that he was given immense strength to aid him against his enemies and allow him to perform superhuman feats. Pay attention. They're telling you about Samson. All right. So they say he was given immense strength, and this allowed him to perform superhuman feats. They say Samson, including slaying a lion with his bare hands and massacring an entire army of Philistine giants using only the jawbone of a donkey. Do y'all hear that? Now, this shit might sound crazy to y'all, but this is what niggas was doing back then. And when you read about it, it just seems so unhuman because you can't see yourself doing it. You're right, that's how far you fell in frequency. Let me let that be known, because they not gonna say that in Wikipedia. They not gonna say that. They telling it to you like it's a legend. But I'm telling you like, yeah, this shit really took place. Like, this is the type of abilities you have within you. Alright? So now, they say he includes slaying the lion with his bare hands and massacring an entire army of Philistine giants using the jawbone of a donkey. However, if Samson's long hair were cut, then his Nazarite vow would be violated and he would lose his strength. Where do you think that come from? This is why we're not supposed to cut our hair. Because when you cut your hair, you do lose a lot of your strength. Alright? Period. And they put this shit all in front of you, right? Now, Samson was betrayed by his lover Delilah, who sent by the Philistine officials to entice him. Ordered the servant to cut his hair while he was asleep and turn him over to the Philistine enemies, who gouged out his eyes and forced him to grind grain and a meal at Gaza. While there, his hair began to regrow. When the Philistines took Samson into their temple of Dagon, Samson asked to rest against one of the support pillars. After being granted permission, he prayed to God and miraculously recovered his strength, allowing him to bring down the columns, collapsing the temple, and killing himself as well as all of the Philistines. And from Jewish tradition, Samson is believed to have been buried in Zorah in Israel, overlooking the Sorek Valley. Alright, so now, this is what they tell you about Samson when you go to Wikipedia. Alright, so this is why I'm telling you, alright, that we represent Samson, once again, and Delilah represents the Philistines. I mean, not the Philistines. Delilah is the Pleiadians and the human being, the hierarchy of human beings. Because what did Delilah do? Her job was to entice Samson and weaken him, to find out his strength. The human beings came here along with the Pleiadians to do the same thing. They came in peace originally, the hierarchy ones. These are all your racist elites that run everything. So, when they came in peace. Remember, I told y'all that. That's why I said don't trust that with them. You have to be careful with human beings. They're very dangerous species because only like 1% of them you are right, you can trust. And it's hard to run across them. So we do keep them. As far as pure, good, white friends, good people that's not on that, they rare. They out there. So, it's dangerous is what I'm saying. I'm gonna never lie to y'all, nigga. And with it being, the odds being like that, you have to kind of like not trust none of them. You know? It's real hard. Because when they came like Delilah. Acting like they love us, fucking with us. Wanted to try to find out the secrets to our strength. And then eventually we told them. We told them about our crystal towers and how it's our strength and it connects us to everything. The relationship we have with the trees. You know what I'm saying? How we use it to power up certain spells that we do, and how the forest, we taught them how the forest sing vibrations. We showed them how to use alchemy. We taught them how to travel. We taught them how to walk upright. We gave them the alpha beta system. We taught them how to prepare meals for themselves because they required meat. We taught them all about the planet. Like, we just taught them everything because we loved on them, y'all. We fell for that vibration, which was a fallen angel, which we didn't know who had already been transported into this realm and was already casting that spell over the planet as well. And we fell for this love shit, and we started telling them every fucking thing about us. We started, and we should have known we was magic at hand that they were having help from the Arcturians, which is another extraterrestrial race that are like masters of illusions. So the Pleiadians and the humans, when they first came, they did have outside help, and we was just blind to it. We got too caught up in loving on them, y'all. I'm telling y'all what happened. And that's when we went wrong, and they came knowing all of this sorcery and all of this tricknology, which Zeus taught them, knowing our weakness, knowing that we didn't know about being lied to, or, we didn't know nothing about that, so understand what took place. So this is how they were able to trick us out of our power and find out the secrets. As soon as they found out, they attacked us from within. They destroyed our orgone energy towers. They destroyed our pyramid towers. That's why I said it's why you see these big chunks. See that big crystal I got right there? See that how huge it was when it's all chunky, chopped up? That's because we had huge towers. They were blew up. That's why all your crystals look like that, man. They were blew up, man. And then they take pieces and they shape it and mold it and turn it into stuff like this. Like rare pieces like this. This is Septerma egg. These are rare pieces, right? Dragon eggs. These are real dragon eggs. But they'll sell this to you and won't tell you that this comes from real dragons. The dragons are real. But they'll tell you that this is Septerma. They'll tell you that much, but they won't tell you that Septerma is a chemical that's released from dragons. It's dragon blood. Septerma is dragon blood. It's a very powerful crystal because it's dragon blood. They ain't gonna tell you that. They're gonna just call it Septerma and then sell it to you. Then they even got certain real eggs, fucking real dragon eggs, and they even nickname them that. If you Google dragon eggs, you'll see Amazon be selling them. They be fake. They don't be real. They be selling fake ones and glass ones and stuff like that. That's why I told y'all download that Rock Reader app. For those of y'all who be buying crystals, download your Rock Reader app. If you get a crystal, put it under that Rock Reader. You can download it right on your phone. It's going to let y'all know right now. For those of you who don't get y'all crystals from the store, because you don't have to get your crystals from me. You can get them from other people, you know what I'm saying? As long as they real, you know what I'm saying? Just be safe, though. But, this is an example. This is a dragon egg. This is going on the website, too, though. But, this is a dragon egg. And it's Septerma. And it helps those who have problems speaking. It helps open up the throat chakra. You know what I'm saying? It's real good for increasing your intellectual abilities, right? So this is but this is a real dragon egg. You know what I'm saying? Dragon blood. You can even see the bone of where the embryo of the dragon originally was. Right there. You see what I'm saying? Right there. But people that don't know the dragon's real, if they grab this crystal, they wouldn't know that. They would not know that. You see what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about that. They wouldn't know that. You see, that's why I'm talking about crystals now and selling crystals. Now, I'm going to sell crystals to my people. Real crystals, tell them about it. If y'all gonna sell them crystals and they got to buy them, go get them from somebody that know what they talking about. But I'm trying to put the dragon egg back on the thing. My bad. So, though. Why would y'all call that a dragon egg then? You know what I'm saying? A person wouldn't think about that. But all of this stuff be real, man. You know what I'm saying? They put it right in your face. You just got to ask questions to yourself. Like, why would they name this that? Why would they call this that? Why would they say this about that? Why would they? Just pay attention, you feel me? Why would they be shaped like that? Why does it look like that? But you talking about, dragons ain't real. And that's not no dragon egg. That's just a crystal in it. And we shaped it like that. And then people will believe that. So you really believe they shaped this like this? Is somebody right now that believes they shaped this like this? I ain't the only one with these. You know what I'm saying? People get them all the time. Sometimes they be real, sometimes they be fake. But if they do get them, they think it's just it's crazy, y'all. Yeah, but anyway. So understand this, y'all. You feel me? Like, Samson and Delilah. Alright? That Delilah was them, y'all. What's y'all strength? How y'all do this? How y'all do that? We showed them every fucking thing. And that's how we got here. That's the only, I don't believe in regrets. That's what y'all call it on this planet. But if I can use the word y'all call regret down here, listen, man, that's the only thing I regret. I wish we wouldn't have. Man, Joe, because look, Zeus, they came, listen, man, magic is so deep, and I haven't even started teaching y'all about it yet, so I can't talk about certain things until we get to that point. But let's just put it like this. Zeus taught them all type of deceptive magic spells, and they had help from the Arcturians. So, combining them two things, we weren't even able to sense them, their intent, like we had. It was all a setup, but it was a good plan, alright? And certain elders, which I didn't know, I found out later, that certain elders on the council did know that was going to happen. They did foresee that, you know what I'm saying? So that's how they were able to have certain things in place to reverse it, which is why everything broke down December 21st, 2020. And everybody started waiting. That was all part of a reverse counterspell that the Supreme Elderly Council on Xylanthia had did for Anunnaki goddesses. It took ancient spells to break that shit, you know what I'm saying? Powers beyond my measure. You gotta remember, I'm not a goddess, so I'm not on that Elderly Council. I'm not a part of that. You know, I was created by them just like y'all. So, those are powers beyond my measures, even my measures, you know what I'm saying, in the astral. So, but that's the only regret, y'all. That's my only regret. My only regret. And that's a lot of y'all only regret too. Y'all just don't remember it right now. A lot of y'all don't, and some of y'all, a lot of y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all was here before. Y'all know that a lot of y'all know. So, the Philistines was Samson's enemy. And that represents the Draconian reptilians because they was the ones who really wanted the planet because they are the pirates of the fucking cosmos. They go to planets, robbing planets, galaxies. They deal into so many planets. But now the last planet they only got is this planet, you know? They ain't got nowhere to go, nowhere like the Warriors. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Nowhere, they ain't got nowhere like, it's like that right now for them. They only got this, so they trying to, you know, fight as hard as they can. And we get it, but they gonna lose though. Alright, so and thus it shall be. We will win this war, thus it shall be. Period. But that Samson and Delilah story is deep because like even his name being man of the sun, some of y'all might have knew that, but a lot of y'all probably didn't. And people, you don't connect those dots, you know what I'm saying? You don't connect how they telling you right there, hey, Samson was the last one to judge Israel. And we know Israel's real name was Jacob before he changed it to Israel. And Jacob's real name was Yakub, because back then, it was wise. They didn't have J's. That's why Jesus' name, you know, they tried to say Jesus, but in the early Hebrew language, they only had Y. So it was Yakub, but they changed it to Jacob. And Yakub is just another name for Satan. Like Satan is another name for Zeus. So it all go back to that. You know, y'all feel me? Like, it's like, man, and this is all of Zeus's work. You say this web of lies is him. He told you about himself in the book, Father of Lies. Zeus. So Samson and Delilah is symbolic of us and what the story of what happened to us, but it's also telling you to be aware too of these goddesses that are not true goddesses, and they are vibrating on the bitch vibe. Like that's why I said there's so many lessons out of the story. It's like a triple entendre. You know what I'm saying? Like a triple entendre. You feel me? Because it's so many. Like I say, it go for the goddesses who like they're not really goddesses. They like just vibing low for they females and bitches because that's the mentality they on, that they choose to be on. Like Satan, he chose to vibrate low, and all them hoe ass gods and goddesses that left with him. You know what I'm saying? So it was heartbreaking. Like, nigga, a whole war broke out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Amongst us. That was the first time division ever came amongst us. That was the original division amongst us. Way before you ever called black people. It started with us as gods and goddesses. And Zeus electing to go a whole different way that we just could not understand. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you do this? Why are you choosing to do this? You know, this is gonna, we don't have no wars. This is gonna cause a war because we not finna be with no shit like that. That's just what he was on, you know what I'm saying? It's just what he on, you feel me? So, I was there in the beginning. That's why I'm so passionate and intense. You know what I'm saying? When y'all look into my eyes, y'all looking into my soul. Y'all looking into an ancient soul. My ancient soul. You hear me? My soul is ageless. I was here in the beginning. I'm one of the original gods that the goddesses created. You see? Like, for real. Ancient being. You know? I watched the Watchers get elected to go, you know, down and watch over certain planets. I watch gods come to this planet and have sex with those human being women after we reverse engineered their animal genetics so that they can look more like us, which is how they got today. You know? I remember that. We told them don't do that. You know, so that's why, like, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm just talking to y'all through the flesh, but it's an ancient soul. You know, it's an ancient soul. I'm an ancient soul. You know, and I love you all. Like, I remember all y'all. Like, I remember when some of y'all was created. Like, I can go so deep on that level, y'all, and be lost. Like, so I just try to keep it at a level where it all makes sense, because I know we just remembering right now. You know, and that's hurtful to me sometimes. I can't talk to y'all the way I want to, because I'm like, y'all don't remember who y'all is? Y'all don't remember who y'all, that's crazy. Like, I be looking like, damn, it's like a lot down. I be looking at it clearly, like I see it now. I'm like, but I'm like, the awoken, they waking up so they seeing it more, but it's still kind of hurtful to see that y'all don't see it all the way. Like, I know y'all gonna see it eventually. It's getting there, we getting there. And then we definitely getting there, you feel me? So like Zeus, like I say, man, you know, the draconian reptilians is nothing but the fallen gods. You don't hear me though. Like, that's them that's posing as draconian reptilians.